Today's video is very important video. The video is about Atma Karaka. Lots of family members of AC Astro comment us, please make a video about Atma Karaka. About 15 days research and all the authentic examples of this Atma Karaka. What is Atma Karaka? How it works in your Kundli, in birth chart, it's activated or not. So many things. And I'm also very curious about this thing. So let's welcome Akashji, who is ready with his research of Atmakaraka. Akashji, namaskar, thank you for this beautiful topic.
Yes, Ruji, I took this topic out of majority because many people asked me about Atmakaraka.
Yes, yes,
So I wanted to make sure that I give you at least logical reasoning about Atmakaraka, and so that we get to know that it is not a made up concept; it actually exists. Okay. Number one, for people who do not know this term at all, Atmakaraka.
what is Atmakaraka?
Yeah, it has come from Gemini astrology. There is Atma Karka, Dara Karka. There are many Karkas in the Gemini astrology, but it is completely linked with Vedic astrology that is done by Parasharaji. And it is very important to identify Atma Karka for those people who always ask us that what is the purpose of my life? Why am I here? What should I do? Why is this happening to me? So I will give you with examples. I will show you that how Atmakarka actually works in your life. Now, number one, for all the people who do not know, Atmakarka is the planet that holds the highest degree in your birth chart. So if Saturn is at 29 degrees or 28 degrees and other planets are not at that same degree, then Saturn is your Atmakarka. But if Saturn is at 28.05 and Sun is also at 28.05, then there is a way to find which is because it is a tie, right? But then we have to see which is the most benefic and who is the most friendly sign for who's the most friendly planet for the fifth house lord. So the most friendly planet to the fifth house lord is the one who will be your Atmakarka. Okay, so many people have uh, a situation where there is two planets, sometimes three planets with the same degrees. So we have to see the param mitra, or the first friend with the fifth house lord, is your Atmakarka. I think this is clear. It is very important to know your Atmakarka and know about it, because Rohitji, it determines that what are the experiences you're going to have in this life, what will be your growth pattern, and what are the lessons you need to learn, as well as what are the people in this world, or in your life, who are supposed to be someone uh, guiding you. That means permanent guides, Atmakarkas, or the planet which represents your Atmakarka, and that planet which represents your father, mother, brother, sister, friend, enemy, and go on, let's go on and on. That is someone who is supposed to be playing a very important role in your life. Okay, Rohitji. Atmakarka is again important to understand um, karmic patterns. What are our karmic patterns? And embracing personal growth and transformation. There is a very important research in the end of the video which you cannot miss, and that chart is of Mr. Abraham Lincoln, the President of the United States. I will show you how Atmakarka worked for him, and it works in daily life for us, but we ignore it. We ignore many things. Now, I would like to request you that there has been a small instance, Rohitji. We never knew that we have kept our YouTube channel very secret, not shared with our family. But somehow now our family members from different parts of the world are sending us the videos saying that, oh, I saw your video, our cousins. So it's a very proud moment for all the people who are with us, and a proud and a very um, blessed moment for us, because somehow all our family members are sharing the video a lot. And sharing knowledge or sharing good things will help your atma or your soul to become more pure, because you are It is called knowingly or unknowingly you are helping someone. Now we have WhatsApp groups with so many people. We have, we have our Facebook and
Yes,
social media.
in older times, older times people used to give books to one another, donate books to,
Yeah.
because that was the time of then they make their Jupiter strong with this thing. Now the time is digital thing, no? People
Yes.
just forwarding video on WhatsApp or the Instagram or other. So I think this is the best way, and thanks for sharing. We never know this. Our videos are sharing all over the world in such a rotation. Thank you very much to all family members.
Yeah, it is. It is very. It is blessed for this. Thank you so much. And those who are watching for the first time, please subscribe, as well as share the video so that a good topic like this can reach other people who can benefit from it. Uh, Sarva Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. It means that let there be bliss for everyone on this planet. Now, Raji, moving forward, Karaka means indicator. So those people who are Atma means soul and Karaka means indicator. So
Soul indicator.
the planet with the highest degree in our chart is the soul indicator. It says that why the soul has come to life. Okay, Rohitji. Now we will move on to plan all the eight planets. Ketu is out of this list.
Okay.
Ketu cannot be your Atmakarka.
Even
In
if it is the highest degree planet, then also.
Rahu and Ketu will be at the same degrees always.
Okay.
But because Ketu does not have a brain,
Oh.
it cannot be an Atmakarka. It, some astrologers also consider Ketu as Atmakarka, but in Parashari astrology, there is Ketu is not an Atmakarka. Okay. So, sun, the sun represents your soul, your vitality, self expression, leadership, authority. As Atmakarka, it signifies strong sense of individuality, purpose, and self identity. Such people with sun, we have very detailed discussion about all the planets. And if sun is your Atmakarka, you have to go to the next slide because I'm going to be talking about individual planets and what are the representations of these planets and how do we benefit from our Atmakarka in daily life. Same way, Chandra, that is moon, it represents emotions. Okay, as Atmakarka, it indicates that you're highly sensitive, empathetic soul with deep emotional intelligence and a strong connection to your inner world. Comes Mangaldev. Mangaldev represents energy, action, courage, passion. Rohitji, have you ever wondered that why whenever there is very good Mars, we say that oh become a policeman, oh become a military person. Why have you ever thought about it?
I think as you told in this video that Saul indicator that his soul is here for this purpose only, or maybe some
Bigger than
unfulfilled
this,
wish from last janma.
bigger than that is Mars is a protector. That it
Oh.
is the protector of the clan of gods. He protects with the army. He is the leader of the army. He protects gods with any kind of battles. That is why we go into police, we go into military, and that when Mars is an Atmakarka, you should choose such kind of professions. See, there
Hmm.
are it's very minute details, but once we get to know these minute details, you know that is your experience and spiritual growth.
Yes, yes, yes.
Whenever I make this research, it is I put in so much of thought into it before presenting it to everyone because I want that this experience which I have felt, everyone who has Atmakarka here, everyone who's trying to seek why they are here, what do they need to do. This
But do
is
you think that Atma Karaka is very important in birth chart, because no astrologer talk of this thing? And when you analyze the birth chart, because you analyze so many birth charts from all over the world, do you see Atma Karaka in their
yes,
chart and tell them
all
about
the
that?
all the remedies and all the people who must have consulted from me. I always tell them, help a woman, help a child, help some elderly people, because I see the Atmakarka and I see that if you
Oh.
go and help towards that place, you are going to get benefit because that is
Mhm.
that is the person which your Atmakarka represents. I have a very important remedy for Venus, and I have discovered that remedy. I have made that remedy. That whenever Venus is the Atmakarka, I give the remedy of donating sanitary napkins. That is the napkins that is used during periods of women or menstrual cycle of women. Have
Mhm.
you ever thought an astrologer will give you a remedy that go and donate menstrual cycle pads? But this is a modern age. What do you say? remedy. When Venus is your Atmakarka, you need to serve women. How will you serve women? This is the
Hmm.
best way, when you will be protecting them from diseases, and that which comes from the yoni, which is supposed to be the symbol of Venus, of Bharani Nakshatra.
Mhm.
Which there is deep research involved in it. It is not over the top. What happens is, everyone who's listening to this is listening after me verifying and reading a lot about things and then presenting it to them. Now,
Mhm.
Mercury represents communication. So those who have Atmakarka, they are very highly intellectual. They are very intelligent people. They are communicative soul. They will even communicate from their eyes. They will not even talk to you, but they will communicate from their eyes. So some parents are like, whenever they want to destroy us, or they want to trouble us, they want to show that their aggression, they just look at us and their communication is done. That this is the last warning. Only through. But some like me, like father like me, I I will look at my daughter and she'll say, what? So I do not have Mercury as Atmakarka. That means I do not have that power to communicate through eyes. But some people have. And those people have a lot of desire of learning, knowledge, and they have wisdom in them when Mercury is Atmakarka. Same way, when Jupiter represents wisdom, expansion, and growth. When Jupiter is Atmakarka, there will be a natural inclination towards knowledge, spirituality, and a strong sense of ethics. Such people do not lie. Such people do not want to destroy. Such people are not harmful for other people. Such people do not do back by bitching, or what you say, chugli, or what in Hindi we say chugli. Such people do not do that, Rohitji. So Jupiter Atmakarka is an important Atmakarka. Then comes Venus. When Venus, beauty, harmony, creativity, relationships. When Venus is Atmakarka, such people have deep appreciation for beauty, art. Such people are artists. Why we say that Venus is very good in your chart? Go into acting. Because your Atmakarka is telling you that this is the reason your soul is born, to admire beauty, art, aesthetics, desire for relationships. This is why you are born. When Shani Dev is Atmakarka, it represents discipline, responsibility, hard work, karma, and life lessons. So Shani being an Atmakarka is a very difficult Atmakarka, because it gives you transformative karmic journey. It is not a pleasant Atmakarka to be. Okay, you have to come into discipline for Saturn to give you results. Moving on to Rahu. So Rahu represents ambition, material wealth. It is the shadow self. Here, if it is an Atmakarka, we have to be very careful that what kind of result Rahu will give you is very difficult to analyze unless and until we see the chart, because it can make you earn money through unconventional paths. It can also give you material wealth through unconditional and intense desires. You will have desire to just have everything for yourself. But Rahu Atmakarka is very subjective question. We are going individually in all of these Atmakarkas, because I want to also explain the significance it keeps in our lives. Any questions, Rohitji, you have till now? Okay. Sun.
Oh.
Let's start with the king of planets, Surya Dev. So when your Atmakarka is Sun or Surya, it is responsible for giving light energy so that things can grow and prosper. However, we have to remember that too much light also burns and scorches. Sun represents resources and the things we need to survive, as well as the soul. It is the light within us that guide our lives. The soul is what ensures that there is life. If the soul is not happy, the body grows sick and dies. So those who have Atmakarka, Sun as Atmakarka, they should understand that they have the light within themselves. That means they have the power to shine, but do not shine so bright that you destroy yourself. That means you have to make sure that ego is kept aside. Those people who have Atmakarka as Sun represents father, king, rank, and position. That people who are in position and rank, power and authority, respect, rulership, kings, queens. A father is the king for a child, because the father only takes care of the child, like how a king takes care of his kingdom. So same way, the the kingdom of a child is his, the king for a child is the father, and the kingdom for a father is his child. Remember this. That is why those who have Sun as Atmakarka, that means Sun is the highest degree planet in your chart, should 100% respect their father, the king, people in rank and position, power and authority, and those who are ruling, like for example, your chief minister, those, just giving an example, the ruler of your house. Such kind of people should also respect fatherly figures when Sun is an Atmakarka. If any advice is given by your father, take it. This is very important. If your father says, jump in this well, jump, because your Atmakarka is telling you something.
But one thing, Akashji, I want to ask that sometime because my son being Atma Karka, I feel very egoistic sometimes. That I'm very egoistic person. I hurt very, somebody say me and I just stop talking to them. My ego is very very high. I am depressed by this thing. Due to this son,
Sun, because Sun is your Atmakarka. This is the test in your life. This is the test. What did I say? That Sun is the Sun is the Sun is giving light energy so that things can grow and prosper. But that light also burns and scorches it. It will destroy you as well. So now it is your choice, and this is why I'm making this video, for people to make them understand that no one has a life of 200 or 300 years. Everyone is supposed to, the main purpose of life again is death. Everyone is supposed to get into these five elements: air, water, soil, everything. We are going to be destroyed. What will be left is just the good karma or the good dharma we created on this universe, in this planet. Now here, Rohiji, for Sun it is very clear now. Let's move to the mother, the moon. When moon is an Atmakarka, Chandra, it indicates that individual is connected deeply to the emotional body and must learn to serve these inner tides in his life. Such people are very emotional. Their primary work is to learn the emotions and work with them, not against them. To use them, not fight them. I have written very carefully. To use them, not fight them. So when emotion, so the soil does not have any option. The soil does not have any opinion. If you put poison, if you put uh, medicine, both will grow. Okay, same is our surroundings. Our surroundings, there are poisonous people also, there are people who give healing touch also. Now it is up to our emotional acceptance, that either we accept that poison or either we accept healing. So make sure, do not work against anyone, but make sure you use the positive thing only in your life. Moon Atmakasa also indicates who is very much connected to the things that represents mother, intuition, land, home, heart, nurturing, and compassion. These are the qualities they have. But mother is if the moon is the Atmakarka, that means mother is God for you, or motherly figures are God for you. Whatever they say, if your mother says, eat this 20 chilies today, eat it. Don't say no. If your mother is giving you warning, or whenever you want to make decisions, ask your mother that, mom, I am trying to make oh, you don't have a mother, you have a mother sister, you have a woman who is so elderly that she just reminds you of your mother, or if she's a motherly figure, ask them that, mother, I have this small feeling, what should I do, tell me, do you want me to take this decision or no? If that you agree to that and you move forward with that, 100% there is going to be success. And I will give you a pure example in the end of the video. Those who have just come to moon saying that moon is my Atmakarka, let me go here. If you can share the video, that is also how your Atmakarka will become more stronger. Because somewhere you have held other Atmakarkas. Other people who will learn from this, the blessing goes to your pocket, not our pocket. So remember this. Moving on to Mars. So Mars Atmakarka Now, Rohitji, very beautiful story which I will tell you. You will say, wow, you must have never ever thought about it. So, Mars, first I will tell the individual. Mars individual need to manage their temper, aggression, and anger. Such people are automatically born with anger, temper, aggression. They have to learn more about ahimsa, that is non harming. They need to create a life free of killing and competition. Now, learning to be playful and spontaneous is helpful. Keeping life light and carefree is essential. A lifestyle that smooths out the harsh rigidity of Mars tendencies. Now, their job is to protect, and thus he's naturally related to people like soldiers, policemen, and guards. Those people, that is what I was telling you in the earlier section also, that Mars are the people who are policemen and guards and soldiers, because Mars has the role of protection. Now, in Vedic astrology, brother is represented by Mars. Bhratu is represented by Mars. Now, let's come to the Raksha Bandhan concept. So, in India, there is a very big festival of Raksha Bandhan where the sister will tie Rakhi, just a band, just a cotton, what you say, uh, thread to a brother's hand. That is Raksha Bandhan. It's a festival. You know why? Even if the sister is 18 years elder and the brother is 18 years younger, still the sister will put the band on the hand of a brother, because that is the day we represent and we say that brother is Mars, and brother is the protector. Raksha Bandhan, that means my brother is my protector. We honor Mars during the Raksha Bandhan. Now, many people just do the Raksha Bandhan, but they do not know the real reason behind it, Rohit. We have to go deep into it. This is what I was supposed to tell you, that brother is a protector. So, any brother, even if he's evil, if he will give you some kind of suggestion, listen to it if Mars is your Atmakaraka. Or if you're taking a big decision, talk to your brother. Okay, Rohitji? Such people should give gifts, little bits of gifts, some small thing like a pen, like a book, to the brother, always. Moving on to Mercury,
Which is your Atmakaraka?
Saturn.
Oh,
It is coming. My Atmakaraka is not the most simple one, my most difficult Atmakaraka.
that's what
And
I say. Oh, that is most complex one.
and I and the way I will explain Saturn, Rohitji, you will immediately understand that it is my Atmakaraka for sure. Now, when Mercury is the Atmakaraka, that you know it is great for communication of all sorts. Mercury represents the mind, the mental function. It also has to do with computers, computing through computers, email, websites, social media, because this is the new age, right? There is no pigeon flying with your message now. Email, and with 1 second message reaches America. And it is an indicator of cell phones, lecturing, talking. Now, Mercury is a Saumya Graha. That means it's just a benefic, the friendly planet. These people are helpful and like to connect, need to connect and create a life based on their connections. So make sure whoever have Mercury as Atmakarka, connect, developing, building connections and not breaking connections. When we are talking and we suddenly break connections, we get so irritated, right? That is Mercury. You have to make sure that you keep maintaining connections throughout your life with people. Do not destroy your connection. If you're destroying your connection, you're destroying Atmakarka. Now, Mercury represents small children and sisters. If you have a younger sister, especially remember this, who's your Atmakarka and Mercury. So the period who has the girl who has not got her periods yet, or no, she's not in a zone of Rohiji, menstruating. She is your Atmakarka. A sister who is not, she can tell you a very simple thing, like a small girl playing, saying that, like my daughter, I wish she was my Atmakarka. She told me that day, Papa, do you have 100 million subscribers on YouTube? And I'm like, no, beta, that is a way far away. I just have very little subscribers. But no, Papa, you will get 100 million subscribers.
And you will get now. He said you will get.
I just wish she was my Atmakaraka. Anyway, she is my Atma. She's my soul, not a something very small thing. But like If such thing happens to you, if your small children sisters are telling you to do something, start something, always listen to them, because they are your Atmakarka. Take suggestions from a 3 5 year old. If Mercury is your Atmakarka, you may be a CEO of $1 billion company. Go and talk to a 5 year old kid. You know what? I have this plan. What should I do? They will give you the exact thing which will make you a winner. And I have an exact story for this in the end of the video. For Mr. Sir Abraham Lincoln, the President of the United States, what happened with him? Rohiji, are you intrigued to know that?
Yes, 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 definitely.
I'm coming on it, but now comes Jupiter,
Jupiter, the most benefic planet.
the most benefic planet, the planet that gives us expansion and knowledge. It's a teacher, guru, but it relates to Akasha, space. Jupiter, like the Sanskrit meaning of guru, is the glue that holds the universe together. Now, no one must have ever searched this. They say guru, we have been learning for so many things, guru, guru, guru. Guru and glue. Guru is the glue that holds the universe together. He is a non-violent force, and rather than fighting a battle, he will win the opposition over his side. So, what is the role of Jupiter? It makes your enemy your friends. Whenever you have Jupiter as Atmakarka, make all the enemies your friend. Jupiter is present in this present world only to transform the demons which is inside us into godlike beings. We can thought of that is why I've written, we can thought of this metaphor as good thoughts over bad thoughts, our shadow versus our enlightened soul. Both do not have any kind of form. Shadow is colorless, but the soul can get enlightened with light. Shadow cannot ever, never ever can have light, but the soul can be enlightened. Guruji, this is very deep, but it is, you have to understand very well. Now, for Jupiter Atmakarka people, a guru, a teacher, is an Atmakarka for them. Here, the another layer which I can add is your grandfather as well as your father. They all become your Atmakarka, because the father is the first guru of a child. If you don't have father, your mother is a guru. She becomes your Atmakarka. A teacher in your school, in your class, is your Atmakarka. A teacher who's teaching you one single, whenever you want to take a decision, ask any of your teacher, any of your guru, any of your elder people in your family, and they are your Atmakarka. Right, Rohitji? And always put respect towards them. If you do not have respect, your Atma is getting destroyed. You will suffer. Moving forward, Rohitji, Venus, very beautiful planet. The planet of love, passion, creativity, romance. Without Venus, there is nothing in this world. The emotion of love comes from Venus. It is the planet that gives us sexual tendencies. It gives you that kama vasana. Okay, hormones are actually controlled by Venus. So if Venus is not good in your chart, or if your Atmakarka is Venus and afflicted, your body will have a lot of hormonal imbalance. Okay, Rohitji. Now understand, Venus is also water, which has life-giving quality to it. Water literally gives life to all expressions of nature, and Venus can rejuvenate, as we have discussed about it in the past videos, that Venus has the power of giving life and also make sure that life sustains. That is Venus. And the see, in the right side of your screen, there are two beautiful women selling flower. Now understand that these women are the creator of the universe. Without a woman, without the uni of a woman, no one can be born in this world. So generally, and Venus signifies woman, make sure never ever sexually abuse anyone. If Venus is your Atmakarka, it will destroy you, because there it has the power to destroy you. Never ever try to trouble any woman, that is your daughters, that is your wife, that is your children, that is your sisters. No, nothing. Woman, 100% make sure that you are standing towards woman empowerment. You are helping those husbands who trouble their woman, and Venus is their Atmakaraka. They will get destroyed. Their life will get destroyed, and they will not understand why. And then they will come to astrologer, but behind the back they are talking shit on garbage to their wives. Such people, if Venus is Atmakaraka, Venus will destroy you. So make sure respect for women comes number one. Moving forward, Rohitji, comes Shani Dev, my Atmakaraka. Now Shani or Sunny. Sunny in Sanskrit means slow moving. Do you know this, Rohitji? In one of the video I have explained about Shani, slow moving. This planet, oh, is very difficult. Why Shani Dev is very difficult. It This is the planet that your soul, inner nature, and karmas are connected to and represented by. Because Saturn is the planet that governs your karma. It is the planet of grief, suffering, sadness, hard work, cycles, rhythms, and slow progress. If Saturn is Atmakaraka, the progress will be slow. It indicates that a person will experience sorrow and sadness in life and will be connected to that sadness and sadness of others. Everyone who has Saturn in as Atmakaraka will have sadness for sure. And that sadness that they cannot explain, and that is something that is not in their control. I will give you a small example, Roji, with me. And my mother passed away when I was 9 months old. Right, I was just a child, and my grandfather raised me up. I had never seen any parents, nothing at that, nothing. My childhood was a blessing because of my grandfather Nanaji, who brought me up. But Saturn gave that experience, that sorrow and sadness in life, that I always keep just thinking one thing, that if I had a mother, if I had, in my school, when I was in school, there was parents at teacher meeting. No one used to come to my grandfather used to come. He was my mother, he was my father. So that sorrow which Saturn has given uh, cannot be explained by any means. That means Saturn, when it's your Atmakarka, uh, it will destroy you. But you are in this world to help other people. This is what Saturn is telling you. This is what Saturn represents in your chart, that you are here for other people, not for yourself. Sometimes I make fun to my wife, that I am here in this universe to take care of you and your family, not my and my family. And it was my birthday, so I wrote on I have a calendar, so it was 4th of March, and I wrote birthday of a birthday of a servant of Zenith's family and progression of Zenith family. That means, because I genuinely want to help everyone, and that is what I've been doing from past so many years. That I want to selflessly help, and that is, if Saturn is your Atmakarka, you will selflessly help without any expectations. Moving forward, Rohit ji, is Rahu. Now here is the tricky one. Rahu can be your Atmakarka, but remember that Rahu always runs backwards. So what we have to do to calculate Rahu, it is retrograde, right? So it starts from 0 degree. 0 degrees is the highest degree. So take Rahu degree and subtract them from 30. So if you see that Rahu at 0 degree, so 30 minus 0 is 30. Like for example, it's at 28. So you do 30 minus 28. That 30 minus, it is at 2 degrees, for example, right? Yes, right, it is at 2 degrees. So you minus 30 minus 2, so the sum comes to 28. So that means Rahu is at 28 degree. If
So
Rahu
you can take my example. My Rahu is at 12 degree 47.
Okay, so 12 degree, right? So just minus 12 from 13. How much we get?
18,
Seven-
17 point something, I think.
17. So that means Rahu is at 17 degree in your chart. Okay?
Oh,
So Rahu cannot be your Atmakaraka. Because it can be. Some I have seen a planet with 7 degrees as Atmakaraka. Whereas,
all of the planets are less than 7 degree.
yes, there is
Oh,
miracles, man. There is. I will show you a miracle now after this slide.
okay.
So when your Atmakarka is Rahu, it brings you strong desires and cravings. He want and create desires for us on this material plane and existence. You know, this is the Atmakarka, which is very difficult one to make sure that when Rahu is your Atmakarka, you can be cheated by other people, and you can cheat also other people. Like cheat and get cheated. Such people are the people who are under the influence of lot of alcoholism, under the influence of uh, thief, yeah, stealing something, under the influence of serial killing. You know, such people have Rahu as Atmakarka because their soul is or very disturbed, and if a demon is ruling your soul, it will take you towards that kind of energies. So those people who have Rahu as Atmakarka, make sure that you make a guru. Number one, you need to have someone as your teacher or your guide. Now, again, here, Rahu, because it is a malefic planet, it can make drug mafia your guru. So, make sure you make a pious guru, someone who is actually into spirituality. Then, Rahu starts transforming. Okay, Rohitji. Now, here is Atmakarka benefic or malefic? Is the question. So, we have to check the following house where Atmakarka is placed and the sign in the birth chart and all the divisional charts. Benefic and malefic aspects to Atmakarka. My Atmakarka is sitting in the fourth house, Rohitji, and Mars is aspecting my Atmakarka. So it is a malefic aspect. It created tragedy in my life in the childhood. Why? Because Mars is sitting in the ninth house of my destiny and of my father. So my father created trouble in my life. Father created trouble. So it is very clear indications. Now, when you start learning astrology, when you see all these combinations, you see that yes, man, this is true.
And Mars is, planet of fire, and
Yeah.
it put aspect on. Yes,
Yeah.
that is very beautiful thing. What
And
you said.
Saturn sitting in the eighth house, that is Scorpio, in the house of Mars, and Mars aspecting the eighth aspect. Eighth aspects is hidden. And secondly, eighth
Hmm.
house is the house of Jali Rashi. That's why my mother was, I lost my mother due to fire. She was burned by fire. But this is how planets act, man. Aspects or conjunction of Atmakarka with other planet. Now, see where Atmakarka is putting the aspect and conjunctions. If
Okay.
someone is sitting with Atmakarka, if Atmakarka is looking at someone, you will understand that it is looking at someone. That means it is influencing that kind of person also.
Hmm.
Okay, very and reverse psychology as well, which I will talk after in the next slide. So reading with the chart with Atmakarka as ascendant will give you a lot of clues. So make the Atmakarka your ascendant and see the places you will get all your answers automatically. The
Atmakaraka as ascendant means where Atmakaraka is placed. Suppose somebody's Atmakaraka is
My
Venus.
fourth house is my Atmakarka house. I will make four my ascendant and make Saturn sit in the first house for me.
No, because of your Saturn is placed there in fourth house, you make that house as a Lagna.
Lagna.
So wherever Atmakaraka is placed, make that house as a Lagna.
Make this house as Lagna and count from there and see the problem which you're facing. For example, you're facing a lot of debts.
Hmm.
So just see if the Atmakarka from the first house is either aspecting the sixth lord or either with the sixth lord or what is happening. Or if
Oh,
you're very sick, let's see if Atmakarka, if you place in the ascendant, is it aspecting the anywhere the sixth lord? So this
hmm.
is how you have to interpret. That is why an astrologer is there, na? Because he looks at the chart and while you are talking, that asking questions, he's making calculation in his head. This is looking here, man. That is why this is happening. This is here. That way this is
Hmm,
happening.
hmm, 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 hmm.
Right? Connection between Atmakarka and Lagna Lord in your birth chart and your D9 chart. Very important. Like I told you, my Lagna Lord is Sun and my Atmakarka is Saturn. So they are both not good for me.
Hmm.
Okay, so we have to see that what is the Think here. Secondly, see if your Atmakaraka is retrograde. That means it will give you little bit of delayed results, as well as where is it retrograde, in which house, what is the placement, what is happening, what is not happening, is it aspected by someone when it is retrograde or not. That is also important. And lastly, the nakshatras of Atmakaraka, that in which nakshatra is it sitting, is it a friendly, it is not a friendly, what kind of energy it is receiving from the universe to give you is important. Okay, Rohitji, got it? Now let's move to a research. Now here, this is the chart of Abraham Lincoln, Sir Abraham Lincoln, who was the president of the United States. 12th Feb 1809, 7:45 a.m. in Kentucky, whatever they say, USA. Now here, when we see the placement of the planets, let's look at
Degrees.
degrees. So number one degree, the highest degree of the planet is from Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
Mercury is sitting where? In the ascendant. With whom? Sun. What is Sun? Sun is authority, power. What did we discuss? Sun as Atmakaraka, if we discuss, Sun is authority, power. Remember, Mercury, whenever it sits with anyone, it will take the quality of
That planet.
that planet. Okay? So what has Mercury done here? It has taken the quality of Sun, being in authority, being in power. What was the Sir Abraham Lincoln? Being in authority and being in power.
President.
Now, what is the Atmakaraka? What is the Atmakaraka, Rohitji?
Mercury.
Mercury. Now, highest degree, 19 degrees, the highest degree in this chart.
Okay.
Otherwise, Venus is the second at what we say, Amatya Karka, that is exalted in his chart in the second house. That means a lot of self respect and womanizing and everything. Let's not get into it. Also, Venus, when sits with Jupiter, Jupiter and Venus sits together in the second house. Such people think about supernatural things. There is a very famous myth that Abraham Lincoln was a vampire hunter. He used to kill vampires. There is a movie, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh.
Yeah, there is a novel, best-selling novel. But anyways, let's not get into it. It also says that in the 8000 D9 for him, Venus is in Scorpio. So that means there can be supernatural connected power connected to him. We never know. These people were crazy. Now Mercury is the Atmakarka. That means what does it mean, Rohitji? That a small girl who is not menstruating or not in periods is the Atmakarka for Abraham Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
When Abraham Lincoln was running for election, he lost the first election.
Mm.
Later on, when he was supposed to be doing the second election, running the second election, or the next election, thousands of letters came to him, and there was one letter of a girl, 10-year-old girl, 10 or 11-year-old girl, which I will show you the evidence, which said that, Mr. Lincoln, why don't you keep little beard? If you keep little beard, women will like you, and you will get a lot of votes, and you will win the election. This is a pure evident document with Abraham Lincoln has in his biography also, and in the newspaper also it came, and this is the evidence. Grace put her grace on Mr. Lincoln. A few weeks before he was elected president, Lincoln received a letter from Grace Bedell, 11-year-old girl from Westfield, New York, who urged him to grow a beard to help him get elected. In Lincoln's response of October 19, he gave no promises, but a month later allowed his beard to grow. By the time Lincoln left his Illinois home and started his inaugural journey to Washington, D.C., he wore a full beard. This trip took him from rail through New York State, where he stopped briefly in Westfield on February 16. Once at the train station, he called into the crowd for grace the following complimentary newspaper accounts recording this incident. Just imagine a 11-year-old girl told a person who is in 60s that grow beard, man. You will look very handsome, and then women will vote for you. And he did that just to keep the heart of Grace Bedell, a small girl who wanted him to be looking like someone somewhere, so like some way. And it was no one else, Rohitji, but the Atmakarka of Abraham Lincoln who gave this advice And when the Atmakaraka is giving advice, it actually comes to you, but it is just on your. So now what are we doing? We are just identifying that tomorrow, if someone of old age, or someone like, for me, old people, Saturn is old people, Atmakaraka is old people. If old people tell me something, I listen to them. They will say, don't do this at all. I will say, okay, I will not touch that thing, because they are my Atmakarakas. I hope, Rohitji, I have cleared a lot of things. What do you say?
I think no lively example somebody can give as you give in the astrology, the Abraham Lincoln's example, and so this is a so deep research. I am in the journalism from last 22 years. I am doing journalism, and I never know about this thing about election and somebody else and this thing, and you connect this to the astrology, and I think this is hats off to you. That's why I always say that your research is, no matching. We get the comments 15 days back, make video on Atmakaraka, and I always write sure, and I told you that thing, and you keep doing research on that thing. Thank you very much for this beautiful research. And I think this video, which will be on YouTube for years and years and years, people when see after 100 years after even this video, they will able to learn this thing. And this is a good thing when you analysis the chart, you do the analysis, you consider all these things. This is also very good thing. Thank you very much, Akashi. And thank you to all the family members of AC Astro for subscribing, for supporting, for giving love, for sharing. Keep sharing this love. Those who are new, please be a member of AC Astro, family member. And we will also meet you on lives on weekend. And those who want to have a personal consultation with Akashji, those who want to take the benefit of his knowledge, just drop your details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number given below. Team will contact you and you will have a video consultation with Akash. Thank you to all family members. Thank you very much. Pranam to all family members. Akashji, thank you to you
Thank you,
also.
Rohit. Thank you,
You
Rohit.
in next video, your next researched video. I am eagerly waiting for that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jai Shri
Thank
Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai
you.
Mata.